I'm Fredrik Leilani, and I'm the filmmaker.
And I'm Leilani Farha, and I'm the advocate.
And this is Pushback Talks Summer Special, where we play with words, me and Leilani, and we call it Word Food. Leilani, are you ready?
I feel like I'm on a game show.
You are.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
The word for you today, Fredrik, is growth.
Growth. Growth is something that people with power talk a lot about. And also people on the left, they talk about, they don't like growth. So growth is something that people talk a lot about. I think the definition of growth is much more important. We measure growth in GDP. And what I read is that the guy who kind of created GDP measurement,
the concept, right?
The concept, he didn't include the financial industries in GDP. So now a lot of growth happens within this bubble that is the financial, industries and investments. So is that growth at all? I mean, if the house in front of me on the street here where I'm in Malmö, if that suddenly is worth $10 million more than it was 10 years ago, is that really growth? I don't think so, because it's not productive growth. So I think growth can be nice and good for a society because it creates more jobs. But I think we should, if we need growth, we should give more money to theaters, to actors, to musicians, and because it's also sustainable growth, to art, to plant more trees. That could be a very good way of measuring growth instead of measuring the financial bubble all the time. I think it's fake growth, the financial bubble. What do you think? You had a thought when you pushed it to me.
I definitely think financial growth, and certainly in my area of work, the constantly increasing so-called value of homes and property is fake and certainly not productive. It's fiction. It's a complete fiction, and it doesn't give anything back to society at all. It enriches a few and impoverishes many, and it doesn't even lead to more money circulating in the economy. So the thing that I find amazing is how it's just taken for granted that economic growth is a good thing, and it's what every nation should be striving for. And I don't necessarily disagree that some economic growth is good if it's benefiting human potential, human capacity, human well-being, right? If that's what it's producing. But so often you'll see countries with this, 5% GDP growth, but they're not making a dent in homelessness, in poverty. In fact, all of those things are going up.
And I think also growth has been sold as something we need because the population is also growing. Yeah. So now we're in a point in history where it seems like population is actually not growing anymore in many of our countries.
Right.
So that would be also interesting to see, can we now redefine growth in that sense? Mm-hmm. I think it is interesting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, there's a big degrowth movement, which is controversial as I understand it. But, and in my world, everyone talks about building more housing, that we're going to solve the housing crisis, build more housing. The degrowth people would say, do we really need to build more housing? Maybe we need to use what we have already first. Let's try that first. It's interesting.
I sympathize a lot with those thoughts. Mm-hmm. And I think the degrowth movement are hitting some very important things.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we should have our home values go down.
Yeah.
Degrowth.
And that's because, remember when we followed the plebiscite in Berlin about, nationalizing or socializing a big part of the housing stock in Berlin, they wanted to take off 10 years speculative growth on it. And I think that's really interesting.
Yeah.
That because it's not been productive. It's not been productive growth.
Yeah.
So I think we should talk about growth, but also talk about what the fuck is growth.
I'm good with that. What the fuck is growth? Okay.
What the fuck is growth? I will give you a word, Leilani.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Summer.
Summer. Summer is here. Summer, for a Canadian, summer is everything.
Also for a Swede, my
we
friend.
wait, for a Swede too. We wait all year for summer. Yeah, summer is so lovely. I have to say, I have so much trouble really doing hard work when it's beautiful summer days. It does give me, maybe summer gives me hope. In one of our previous episodes, I said I didn't like the word hope. But it's so bountiful, all the flowers blooming, everything coming to life again. I love steamy weather, and where I live, it gets very hot in the summer and humid, and I quite like that. Yeah, summer makes me happy. I'm smiling.
Could you say that summer is contra-revolutionary? that people in the summer don't really have energy for protests and...
I don't know about that because it's so much easier to go to a protest if you don't have to bundle up in your winter coat and your hat and your mitts and stand in the cold. No, I always figured that it's the countries that have better climates that have better social movements because they can go out on the street so easily.
Good. Yeah. So summer is a good time for protests, friends.
Except people go away.
You see, it's like
that's the problem.
You want to hang out with your family, your friends. I would like to drink wine and some coffees.
For me, swimming in the lake. It's so nice. Lake water
I'd bike
is the
down
best.
to the sea here and go for a quick dip after hours in the editing. Well, summer is good. And also here in the north, summer also means the double length of daytime.
Crazy.
So it's light. And light gives energy.
Yes.
I think it's really, really cool. And of course, that's the opposite is winter then when the day is kind of over before it starts, which is tough, I think. So I gave you a love word to end.
That's right. Summer. It's so nice. Yes.
Yeah. We can sing the summertime songs and
I spend a lot of time in my garden, which is also so meditative.
I've never been. You never invited me to your home.
That is not true. We filmed part of Push in Ottawa, and you chose not to come. Now, it wasn't summer. It was winter, and we filmed outdoors. But I love to go to my garden in the summer. In the early morning, I wake up before anyone else in my house, and sometimes I'll just go back to the garden and check on my plants, see how everything is doing, see if things are growing.
Actually, I'm going with my neighbors this weekend to buy plants to our courtyard.
Oh, nice.
And we live in the center of Malmö, but the neighbors together, we are pushing the landlord, which is the city-owned landlord, so they gave us, okay, you go and buy plants and then you send us the bill. So we had
amazing.
Yeah,
a community garden.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very small space, but we will still make it more beautiful, and we will do it, and we will decide the plants we want. Yeah.
Oh, have fun.
So that's summer.
That's my favorite thing, going to buy plants. I buy a lot of plants every year, and I kill a lot too, but I do grow some too. And my favorite, I just planted, in fact, before coming on this trip, I just planted my Lebanese mint. Very important for me, for my fattoush salads, my, various things. And I planted a little bit of basil. I planted some cherry tomatoes. Getting ready.
Good. Mm-hmm. So enjoy your summer, Leilani, and talk next week.
We will. So if you like our podcast, you have to let us know. Please send us comments, rate us. I think that helps promote the podcast. Tell your friends about us. We need more listeners, and we need a little bit of love too. Love can come in the form of money. If you want to give us a little money every month, you can go to patreon.com, look for Pushback Talks. Every euro, every pound, every dollar buys Fredrik a cortado. No, it helps us produce the podcast. Otherwise,
That's great.
We do it for free.
Good. See you soon.
Bye, Fredrik.
Bye.
Pushback Talks is produced by WG Film. To support the podcast, become a patron by going to patreon.com/pushbacktalks. Follow us on social media at make_the_shift and push_the_film. Or check out our websites, maketheshift.org, pushthefilm.com, or breakingsocialfilm.com.